Week 10 of the bodybuilding.com 200K transformation challenge. Almost to the end, just a couple weeks to go. Unfortunately, I don't have time for a very lengthy update this week, so I just wanted to pop in and give you a status report. My calories are at 1900 per day right now, which feels a little low. It's only 150 or so less than I've been doing throughout the trainer, but because it's less, I think psychologically I can definitely feel it. And I've also started carb cycling with my wife, so 3 low carb days, 1 high carb day. Today's a high carb day, so that's blissful. It's nice to get a lot of calories from carbs every once in a while to kind of refuel and feel like you've got a good energy source. Plus, it's relatively hard to avoid carbs, so it's nice not to have to watch them so closely. So that's going well, and I'm hoping it'll carry me through to the end so I can kind of achieve the goals I've set out. I had my body fat tested today, and the caliper said I'm, depending on the equation, right around 5%, somewhere between just below or about the middle. So I'm really excited about that. That's one of the goals I've kind of had in mind throughout, and I'm hoping over these next couple weeks I can just drop it a little bit lower while maintaining as much lean mass as possible and keeping my energy high, and just get as low as I can before the final after photos. Last thing I wanted to talk about this week that I haven't talked about much but have been using throughout is this little guy. This is a Garmin VivoFit, much like a Fitbit. It's basically just a pedometer, tracks your steps over the course of the day, can also track your sleep activity and things like that. It's really helpful. The VivoFit actually gives you kind of a red bar on the screen if you've been inactive for about an hour, and then the bar gets longer the longer that you're inactive. So it's nice because it reminds me to get up, to move around, to get some steps in. So even when I'm at work, in front of the computer all day, it's nice to see that. I'll see that red bar, and it's nice to be able to react and get up and have a walk, even if it's just a couple minutes, get a cup of coffee, go say hello to somebody, go talk about some kind of agenda item. It's also nice because I can track number of total steps per day, and we usually think about cardio in certain chunks or increments of time, 30 minutes of steady state or 20 minutes a hit, but really all the cumulative steps you take add up. So I'm trying to hit between 11 and 12,000 per day right now, which is a little over 5 miles, somewhere between 5 and 6 miles, and I think that's making a difference. That way I can get I can track and have a cardio goal outside of the gym as well that's not specifically related to training or exercise. I hope you guys are feeling really good in these last couple weeks. I hope mentally you're excited to kind of reach that end point. I think even though we all know it's not a it's not a finale, it's not the very end. It's a nice finish line for this period, a nice time to take a little break and to reflect and to celebrate and look back at the accomplishments you've made over the next 12 weeks before setting some new goals and determining where to go next. So I'll talk about that a little bit next week as we get a little closer and start thinking about, goals after this transformation. Keep killing it in the gym, keep your energy high, keep, mentally focused and stimulated. We're near the end now. That can be one of the more challenging parts if you're on a diet, you're low calorie, you're on a deficit, all the temptations and cravings are getting closer. But stay focused, crush your workouts, crush your goals, and I'll see you next week.